So this one I could probably complete in a much shorter amount of time because being an N64 game and being a rail shooter exclusively, Star Fox 64 is one that I can complete within a very short amount of time. So we're going back to where it all began with Star Fox 64.
Fourth planet
not necessarily counting
the evil Andross
the NES title because it's a completely separate continuity.
Into a wasteland of near extinction. General Pepper of the Cornerian Army was...
I also forgot that I need to switch the stream to... Couldn't think of a creative title, so I'm just going to call it that. Okay, stream title's updated, and here we go.
This maniacal scientist to the barren, deserted planet Venom. 5 years later, General Pepper noticed strange activity coming from Venom. James McCloud, Pigma Dangar, and Peppy Hare of the Star Fox team were sent to investigate. Upon their arrival, Pigma betrayed the team, and James and Peppy were captured by Andross. Peppy barely escaped Venom and returned home to tell James' son, Fox, about his father's fate. A few years have passed. Andross has again invaded the Lylat system. General Pepper has turned to a new Star Fox team, headed by Fox McCloud, to save Corneria and free the Lylat system once again.
I'm gonna update your text stream. Yeah, go ahead. Leave the ones that have already been there, because I changed the title and the game that I was playing. I couldn't think of anything creative, so if you want to change the title to something better, that's completely fine by me. I'd actually prefer it. But yeah, so we kind of did the games out of order. We started with Star Fox Adventures, and then we went to Star Fox Assault. Now we're at Star Fox 64, which was the game that started it all. Of course, there's the NES and the SNES titles, Star Fox, just plainly Star Fox and Star Fox 2, but that was a little bit before my time, so I don't really have a lot of nostalgia for those games. I started with 64, but I still have a lot of love for this title. Like, Star Fox 64 is probably one of my top 3 games of all time. It's my favorite franchise by far, though, because it's the only game I have a substantial collection of merchandise from.
You're the only hope for our world.
I'll do my best. Andross won't have his way with me.
Good luck.
Open the wing.
Alright, thank you, Sarah. Just so long as you didn't add some sort of title that implied Wolf and Fox's relationship. But then again, you would never. Okay.
Falco here. I'm fine.
Yeah, the only thing is I can't see the stream title from Streamlabs. I just have Streamlabs on my second monitor. So when I go to mobile, it just tells me that I'm playing Star Fox 64. It doesn't give me a title or anything.
Here. I'm okay.
Star Fox 64 after Assault, chill stream.
I see him up ahead.
Well, I mean, if you, like, I'd be fine if you sabotage me, but in a funny way. Like a way that would be humorous for everyone involved, including myself. So, I'm using a different controller for this, so I gotta get used to the controls again.
Flippy, walk out.
Okay, so that's my C-stick.
Whoa! Help me! Thanks, Fox.
Okay,
I thought
that's
they had me.
cockpit mode. That's bomb. That's break.
We're entering Corneria City now. This is horrible. Everybody stay alert!
It's kind of jarring going to Star Fox 64 right after Assault, Because you can just see how much the technology evolved in between the times those two games came out.
You've got an enemy on your tail. Use the brake.
Woof.
I'll take this one.
Falco, if you get shot down again, I'm gonna be so mad.
Something's wrong with the G diffuser. I guess I should be thankful.
Okay, that's boost. The controllers are mapped a little differently than what's expected from an N64 controller.
Do a barrel roll.
Much better control scheme that I have set up, but I haven't played Star Fox 64 in a long time. I think I did like a test of it, but then I didn't play it again after that. At least on my setup currently. So I think I'll go for the hard path, just because that's the one that's more meaningful. So Star Fox 64, for those who haven't played it before, there's two different branching paths you can take with different planets you can go to. And
Falco, where are you going?
generally it's considered the easy and hard path. So like one of them just has levels that are a little bit easier to play, but still not like too crazy easy either.
Someone wants to play.
Incoming enemy from the rear. Soft altitude.
I don't know, when I was a kid I just found this incredible that I could do this.
Deploy all units. Charge!
Peppy, did you just ram your R-Wing into me?
Present for you.
That's it, Spot. Aim for the open spot. Yeah, it's working.
Who are you guys?
We're Star Fox.
You'll never defeat Andross!
See, level 1 already complete.
We're heading out. All aircraft report.
You did it! I was worried for a moment.
You're becoming more like your father.
So I'm gonna die a horrible death.
I'm fine. You okay over there, Fox?
Forgive me, Peppy, but if I'm becoming more like my father, then I'm going to get betrayed by one of you and get killed. So, probably not the best thing to say to a grieving son? Okay, so another thing that you can do is sometimes you'll be able to branch paths regardless. So, you don't have to specifically go to the level that it's telling you to go to. But since I am taking the hard path, I am going to go to Sector Y. So for those who were here earlier when I fought Pigma, this is the location that was in Star Fox Assault. So this is what it looks like in 64's timeline.
Fox, we're under attack. Help us
This era
out
of video
here.
games feel like video games. There's
I'm
something
on my
about
way.
it, the title and the finisher. Yeah, like Star Fox 64, I remember playing this on my N64 when I was very young. This and Super Mario 64 are really the only games that I had a grasp on how to play. Because Star Fox 64 is pretty simple, it's just point and shoot. And Super Mario 64 is really... it has its difficulty, but it's generally very friendly towards newer gamers. But this game was just... I loved Star Fox 64 growing up.
Let's back up the squadron.
And I still do. It's, like I said, it's the only franchise that I have a merch collection
Somebody's gonna pay for
of.
all this.
Like, my first four figures R-Wing is probably the pride of my entire gaming collection.
Don't let any of them through!
Something's wrong. I don't see anything.
427.97, take that how you will.
Surprise attack coming from above!
Yeah, I probably didn't play Star Fox 64 probably until like 98, 99. It's like I was very young, of course, but I was competent enough to actually play a video game. So, fun thing that I'm going to do here to get more points.
Good job! Keep up the pace!
Also, how's the audio sounding? Is it too quiet, or is it just perfect? Because I can turn it up if necessary. And I'm talking about like the game audio specifically, not my microphone. Because I know that's fine, but audio sounds good? Okay. Because I want it to be loud enough to where you can hear the music and sound effects and stuff. I don't want it to be just like completely blank. I missed that.
I'll take care of everything below!
Aha! Thought you could hide from me, eh?
It's just a shame that Nintendo really hasn't done anything with the IP in a long time. Like, I think the last time Star Fox really had anything official, so to speak, wasn't even in a Star Fox game. It was Starlink Battle for Atlas, where they just licensed the characters out to Ubisoft. And that was a better Star Fox game than Star Fox Zero, and it wasn't even an official Star Fox title. But Starlink, the way that you pilot the R-Wing in that game is what I want in a Star
Take him down
Fox
with
game.
one shot! We're gonna break through that fleet! You're becoming a better pilot!
But after I beat this game,
big idea?
I pretty much covered all my bases save for Command and Zero, and I just generally don't have a means of playing Zero, and I'd rather not touch Star Fox Command if I can't help it. Not dissing you in the chat, Genza, but I just was not really a
Something's
fan
up ahead.
of Command.
Looks different.
It's wild to see how low res these textures are, though. It's kind of nuts for sure. The low resolution consoles really blended these together. Yeah, plus this is also upscaled to 1080p, so it actually looks better now than if I had just played it
Enemy field
normally.
allied.
But that's just internal resolution, like it's not, like the textures are still the same.
Gee, quit moving around! Good job! Keep up the good work!
Stay still. There we go.
Don't party just yet.
The totally not a Gundam Gundam.
It's time to try our new weapon. Cocky little freak! I'm coming for you.
I'm gonna boost out of the way so I can kind of get a better shot on him. Oh,
I'm coming for
oh
you.
damn it, he took my wing. Well, because of that, I'm gonna take your life, you mother...
Cocky little freak! I'll take you guys out from the ship.
See, I like the technique that they used here, because, like,
We're heading for Aquid. Report
the
in.
3D model is just his head, but then the rest of it is a texture.
There you go.
So like his arms and hands are, and so on, just the texture on the Arwing. But the model of Arwing in this game is the one that I have the figure for. Next person, a message is going to be inked? But why? Okay, Aquas is next. That's not a terrible level. I'd much rather do this one than
Star Fox,
the other
I want you to take out the enemy bioweapon.
Yes, sir. Deploy the Blue Marine.
However, I really love the music on this level. It's I've used it as a Left 4 Dead 2 mod for years, but the music for Aquas is just probably one of my favorite songs from the soundtrack, next to some of the boss music. You're a kid now, you're a squid now, you're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid, you're a squid. Oh, I hated that commercial when it was being played. I like Splatoon, but that commercial was ugh.
I'm gonna check out the bioweapon.
Yeah, but for the older members in chat, who remembers Crazy Frog? Because, woof, those commercials were something else. I was there at its decline. Yeah, like, Crazy Frog was just... It was meant to be annoying, like, that was the whole shtick behind it, but at the same time, like, I'm used to it. Like, some things that I like would be considered, like, really annoying to others, but, man, Crazy Frog was charming and really annoying. Like, anytime the commercials would come on, I would just mute the TV or change the channel. I'm just hoping that I can get a laser upgrade somewhere. I mean, I can live without it, but I'd prefer to have one. Just because it's going to make the next levels harder without it. Even if I get just one.
Wow! Look at that! It's beautiful! How's the Blue Marine, Fox?
It's a good thing you prepared, Cliff.
You're literally blowing up fish. Why are you underwater again?
This thing will never hold together.
Because that's where they wanted me to go, I guess. I just need a laser upgrade and I'd be content. Give me a laser upgrade.
Whoa! Watch out!
Do a barrel roll.
I've literally been pressing that button obsessively since I started the level, Peppy, so I don't want to hear it. Laser upgrade, it's worth more than that enemy. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yes, there we go.
Look out behind you!
Yeah, I'm not really too concerned with score. It's more so I just want to complete the game on stream.
We've got lots of torpedoes!
Because, like, even if I was playing this for score, I couldn't guarantee that I'd get,
You're
like,
the
a really
best,
good one.
Cliffy.
Thanks, Peppy!
This thing will never
So I never
hold
understood these
together.
jellyfish. Like, you can shoot at them, but it doesn't really do anything. Like, I don't know if there's a way you can destroy them, but, like, that's a mystery that I think they're just an obstacle, I guess. Or maybe they just take a bunch of hits, but that's a mystery I've never solved. Stop hurting Patrick Starr's family. Maybe that's why he's alone under a rock, because Fox just destroyed every member of the
I got a
Patrick Star
bad
or
feeling
the Star
about this,
clan.
Fox.
You know, Dumb confession, but it took me until I was an adult to realize the whole joke was that Patrick lived under a rock. It's like, what, do you live under a rock?
I found the bioweapon.
It reflects their jelly. Okay, Sarah.
Enemy field analyzed.
Aim for the 2 columns.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be too out of the ballpark for there to be like a SpongeBob-like entity in this universe, considering there's anthropomorphic dinosaurs, foxes.
Fire a homing torpedo.
Ah, damn it. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
That's it, boss.
See, you saying that, Sarah, I haven't heard that phrase in so long.
Fire a homing torpedo.
That's it, boss. Go for the eyes.
Yeah.
I'm just literally spamming the button at this point. Because the whole point of those, like those pearls that it's shooting at me, they don't really give you anything. It's more to just block your torpedoes from hitting the eye. So there's really no incentive for me to shoot them. So it's just spam the button until you get it.
You did it.
If a flamingo can't stand on its leg for more than 24 hours, how will this drastically affect the depleting lion population? I'll see you in court. What?
We're preparing to dock. Thanks, Flip. Blue Marine came through. Flip is not such a screw up after all.
Do a barrel roll.
Thanks
Oh,
a
and
lot, Peppy.
Hello, little brother. Welcome to the stream.
I'll take the sky any day.
I completed Star Fox Assault in
Falco.
the 3-hour time span, and then the rest of the time is devoted to finishing Star Fox 64. So this is kind of a Star Fox marathon today, because I beat Star Fox Adventures already. Star Fox Assault I can beat within obviously less than 4 hours time, so I'm going to spend the rest of the time beating Star Fox 64, because I can also beat that in a pretty fast amount of time. Watch it, Einstein, I'm on your side. What's funny about that, little brother, is that they actually changed that line in Star Fox 64 3D, where Falco unfortunately says, "Hey, genius, I'm on your side," as if the name Einstein is like protected by copyright.
Affirmative, General.
Which I'm sure that in some ways it is, but I mean, as far as I'm aware, like, Einstein isn't copyrighted as a name. Considering that's literally just a last name for somebody. Okay, so Zonus is another one of my favorite levels. The music here is also
Let's
really
sneak
good.
in low and surprise them. This is Zonus? I can't believe they did.
I can't believe you've done this.
I hear you, Flippy.
What's that for the searchlight?
Let's take them all out.
Fox, get this guy off me! Whew. That was
I didn't even
too
see
close.
what I did, but I guess that charge shot helped me out. Oh, jeez, I forgot how to... I don't know how to do it with this controller.
Your father's example, huh?
It's like,
We're closing in on them, Falcon.
there we go.
Take the right leg forward. I have the left.
Cat.
Since I'm using a better controller, the button combinations aren't going to be the same. So like
Is
some
that
of
any way to greet a
the
girl?
basic features, like doing a U-turn and so on, like I have to actually like on the fly figure out how to do, which makes it more entertaining, but still.
Hey, what's the Whoa! What's that?
Wait, it's Cat, the character you never see again. Technically, you do. I believe it's a Nintendo Power comic that bridges the gap between 64 and Star Fox Adventures. They go to Titania, and Cat and Falco meet up again, and it explains why Falco's not part of the team in Star Fox Adventures. So it bridges the gap. I think you can read it online for
Aim for
free.
the rudder, Fox.
Oof, that was close. A little sloppy, but at least I got it.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Ah, damn it.
Enemy tanker.
Oh, the incident where Star Fox 64 didn't have sounds, and you literally in your options menu had turned the sounds off, or at the very least they were off by default when you got it. Because I remember when I was playing it on your N64, I'm like, why aren't there sounds to this? Because we thought that your copy was just glitched or something, but no, it's just, for some reason, the sound effects were turned down. I never turned them off. Oh, I know,
Enemy
I
fighter
know.
spotted. Take him down.
Yeah, because like if you had turned them off, you probably would have known how to turn them
Make
back
way
on.
for Cat.
I actually have an N64 hooked up right now, but it has an issue where it'll play a game for like maybe 30 minutes maximum, and then it'll just reset the game. It's a Japanese import N64, so it's complete in box and everything, but it just has those underlying issues where I can't play on that specific console.
Back off, Fox.
I've looked up various fixes, and people said that it might be a heating issue with it, but a lot of older, like N64s, as they, of course, get older, they have issues like that.
Like we've got company.
Ah, fuck, I missed it!
Uh-oh. Have we been spotted?
Ah, it was the last one, too. Oh, okay.
Jeez Louise, what is
It's not
that?
big deal.
Be careful, it might be a trap.
Something's coming from the sea.
I have my N64 in my living room at the moment, I have no issues with it.
Disrespectful little whelp. I'll teach you some respect.
Enemy shield analyzed.
So I'm definitely gonna have time to do the easy path after this. So I think that means I just can't go directly to Macbeth, because I think that's the whole point of like not getting spotted here. But this is a good way to farm bombs for later missions too. So it's really good to do Zonus as early as, well, if you get the opportunity to do Zonus.
Quick, destroy the train!
Shoot!
His arm is tough. Use bombs wisely.
Fire! Fire!
And What's a pirate's favorite letter? C. Because they love the sea.
All aircraft report.
I'm fine, I'm fine.
Looks like we're heading for Macbeth.
Oh, I guess it is sending me there.
Cat, where'd you go?
See, that was too easy, and you know it. Like, because he said R like 4 times, and it's like, oh, well, I wonder what his favorite letter is. C. I believe it. I definitely believe it. Yeah, so I don't remember what the incentive for not hitting all the spotlights, or for hitting the spotlights are. I mean, it's been a fair bit since I've played this, so...
So you're going to attack the enemy base? Great idea, Fox.
It'll be a piece of cake, General.
Good luck.
Okay. Now we're in the Landmaster again.
I spot the train. I'm taking it out.
Just on the little hyenas now. Here you go.
Oh, come on, Sarah. There's nothing wrong with laughing at my bad jokes. That's what I'm here
Here they
for.
come.
I mean, after all, I did have to put up with you shipping Wolf and Fox throughout the entire Star Fox Assault
Starting
stream.
with that. Boy, and club.
Cat, not you again.
Is that any way to greet a girl?
Okay, I'm trying to remember how to do certain things with this.
Incoming!
Hey, this.
Okay, how do I do the hover again? Okay, that could be a problem. I don't remember how to do the hover. Okay.
Try hovering.
Okay, there we go.
These cats for real, do you?
Don't let
I mean, I didn't expect to have time to play Star Fox 64, so I didn't have time to kind of get back into the swing of things with controls.
shoot. He's right behind you. I guess I should be thankful.
Yes.
Come a little closer.
Try hovering.
Yeah, because if I didn't get that hover down, I would have been hitting every single one of those. Oh, fuck. Well, I hit something. Yeah, like, I think it was, somebody was talking about that earlier in the stream, like, if Fox, like, committed, like, crimes,
I need a fuel bunker on the right side.
plausible deniability.
Hey, switch ahead. Shoot the 8 switches to open the lock.
Okay.
Make way for Cat. I've got the left. You take the right, hun.
Location confirmed. Taking supplies. I didn't expect to have to use this. You're very lucky.
So, somebody, like, fire Andros for naming his robot prototype here the Mech Beth.
guys to the front.
Enemy shield analyzed.
Like, you think I'm bad. Like, we're on the planet Macbeth, and he names his freaking stupid robot the Macbeth.
Okay, now shoot the switcher.
Step on the gas. Step.
Good going, Buck.
He should be promoted. No, that's terrible.
No! Get the flame!
Pop Tropica stream win.
Okay.
Hey, I'll play stuff for the memes, but just not right now. I love the explosion
All
sound
aircraft report.
from Star Fox
See
64.
the look on their stupid faces.
Wasn't expecting you to change the game. Yeah, like
I'm sure we heard him this time.
there's an avatar in VR chat that's publicly available
You're
on a
pretty
world
good,
called
Cousin. See you again.
it's like can't remember the guy's name. It's like Colonel Something's Avatars. And there's a Star Fox 64 avatar, which is like an R-wing puppet for your VR hand. And you can shoot with it, you can use the bombs, the charge. It's a really cool avatar. One of these days I'll actually use my hand tracking, because I do have hand tracking for my avatar. It's just that right now you wouldn't really be seeing anything, just me like holding my controller. But at some point I will enable hand tracking, like maybe if I'm doing a chill hangout stream or something. How to actually levitate into. So a little detail that I noticed that I've never seen before because of the higher resolution is the Landmaster actually had like a little spinny thing in the barrel. Like
It's
it
almost
actually
over.
spun.
We're in your debt. Come back in one piece, Fox.
Will do, General.
Came in here. No problems.
Do you copy emergency maneuvers?
Do you copy? Emergency maneuvers!
This one, too late. Game over, pal.
Too late. Game over, pal.
Yeah, so this one I can mostly quote. Oh god, Area 6 is,
Entering Venom air
like,
defense
for
zone.
people who do world record runs of this, Area 6 is the
Everybody stay alert.
level to do it because of just the amount of enemies that you fight in this level. Like, I don't know what the score limit for it is, but it's insane. Like, I think I've seen people do like 800.
Bogey behind me. Am I getting slow? Let's clean up this mess.
But Area 6 is really fun. I just was never able to beat it. Like, I mean, I was, but it was a level that I always struggled with and used multiple lives to beat when I was younger.
Hold still and let
Watch
me
those
shoot.
wrist rockets! The Republic has captured a command post. Just like the simulations.
Incoming enemy missile!
Shoot them down. We're being marked.
Did we get him?
Not yet, sir.
They're on me, I'm getting careless.
They're on me. I'm getting careless. What's taking you so long, Fox?
Son of James McCloud. Those tin cans are no mess for me.
So, fun fact, guess who plays Andross in this game? I want you to take a guess, Dio. Just like, think of, well, I guess it'd be kind of hard, but... But once you know who it is, you will be shocked. Well, no shit, little brother. But, like, no, the voice, if you're still in the chat, Dio, he voices a very, let's say, patriotic character from a certain Valve game. And if you're not in the chat, I'll just tell you later, but it is. Oh, you're in the chat, so I won't say.
They're through the second line! Great Fox will cover you.
Fire! Fire! Don't let him through!
Sadly, he passed away recently. But very, very patriotic character from a very popular Valve game.
Venom's right there!
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Let me see if I know any of his quotes off the top of my head.
The last line has been breached!
Think.
These guys are crazy!
Scientists in the future have been studying your ass for centuries, and they sent me back in time to kick it. Yep, Rick May, that's him!
Enemy ahead! This one's different.
Like, if you listen to the uncompressed audio,
We were so
you can actually really hear the soldier, like, come out a few times. So the stream will probably go for 4 hours and 30 minutes, just so I can do the easy path too, just so I can kind of complete it as much as I can. I don't really want to do expert mode, because I don't want to rage. Plus, I do want to keep it, like, condensed below 5 hours. So, like, an extra 30 minutes isn't going to kill me, but I do want to kind of keep it somewhat consistent. But, okay, I gotta readjust my position in my chair because, oh, wow, that hurts. Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe in the future, but right now, like, because I want to keep it under the 5 hour mark, I will just probably do the easy path after the hard path, just so I get as much as I can in. I probably won't do every planet, just because there's a lot of, like, repeat missions that I'd have to do.
Shoot the tentacles to open the core!
Oh, before I continue, I just want to clarify, epilepsy warning for those who are in the stream who may have sensitivity to bright lights and flashing screens. Epilepsy warning for this boss. There is a very not unnerving, but very visually straining attack that it does. So just epilepsy warning. If anyone has that issue, please look away from the screen now, and I will tell you when it's safe. This is the attack.
Watch out, Fox! Destroy all 3 energy balls! The shield is gone! Shoot the core!
Come on! Yeah!
Yippee! You did
Okay, it is safe to look at the screen again.
Hold on! We're entering Venom airspace. Say your prayers, Andross.
So this level.
Watch where you're flying.
Hey, you're the one who flew into me, jackass.
Don't get too cocky, Starfox.
Sarah, he's here.
How you handle our new ships.
Too bad Dad's not here to see you fail.
Oh, so this level was so troublesome when I was a kid because they were so hard.
We'll just see about that, Star Wolf. You guys don't give up.
Not yet. The party's just begun.
I'll do you fast, peppy old pal. Shoot! He's right behind you.
Fox, get this guy off me! This is really starting to tick me off!
Oh! I'm gonna bust you up real good. You're not welcome here.
So this also gives you some added context to Star Wolf pre-Star Fox Assault. So we got Pigma here, who is, of course, in Star Fox Assault we killed, and then Andrew being the Andross wannabe from the opening mission of Assault.
You're good, but I'm
I know, it ran
better.
right into that pole.
Hey, what?
Sorry, guys, I gotta sit this one out.
Man, you suck, Peppy. Now they're both gonna come after me, thanks.
I'm gonna bust you up real good. This can't be happening.
Alright, now just Wolf. As it should be,
There's one more to go.
according to Sarah at least.
Hey, Einstein. No way. I don't believe it. I'll go it alone from here.
Fox!
Okay, so before I continue, there's something that I'm going to do here. So, for those of you who are going to play this game in the future or just want like a little bit of a tip, so there's actually a certain pattern that you do this in to get the most items. So according to this, it is left, right, left, left, right, right. So like even if you have no lasers, no bombs, this will get you taken care of. So left.
You know that I control the galaxy.
Right.
It's foolish to come against
And
me.
then left, left, right, right.
Now you will feel true pain.
There's Rick May. So while this is the hard path, it does throw you a bone. You just have to know the right pattern. Because it still gives you items at the end of whatever path you take and whatever pattern you do. But this is where you get the most items out of it when you do it. Can we all agree that Panther's a terrible character? Well, he sounded horny every time he talked. Thinking about playing Conker's Bad Fur Day in the future? Yeah, sure, absolutely. That's another childhood game that I remember, but only watching my aunt and uncle play it. I just remember the Mighty Pooh.
Only I have the brains to rule my life.
Andross. You show your true form.
Now we get to fight Andross's brain. And his eyeballs. Big brain moment. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he may have the brains to rule Lylat, but here in a second he's going to lack the vision. No, just no. I see what you did. See? See? See if I can hit him with a bomb. Ooh, nice. And there we go. Done like dinner. You'll have to keep an eye on those attacks. Oh, fuck off, Noah. Oh, I love you, little bro, but...
Don't ever give up, my son. Father? Follow me, Fox.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun for this stream, so thanks everybody from in the chat. Like, this has been a really good stream. I'm having a really good time.
This way, Fox.
Technically, if I really wanted to, I could do Star Fox 64 3D as a future stream, but it's just a remake of this game. There's no, like, save for, like, the soundtrack and a couple other things, there really isn't too much of an incentive for me to play it. Because everything here is the same, and the voice acting is actually worse quality, in my opinion.
Become so strong, Fox.
You'll have to keep an eye on those attacks. Oh, I think I just read the same one again. So there we go. Star Fox 64's Hard Path.
Way to go, Fox!
That's our leader.
So I don't know if I can skip the credits. Because I do want to try to skip the credits so I can get a little bit more, like, time in. Okay, I may have to just do this. So give me just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, and I will do this. There. Yeah, I just reset the game. Because the credits are the same regardless of what path you take, so it's just, I'm going to leave that for the actual ending of the easy path. Just any like, minutes that I can spare will help.
You showed up, Fox.
Remember when I managed 666 hits? What level were you on? I don't remember exactly which one. For context, Dak Jerry in the chat is my little brother. He's come over to my house multiple times, and
Open the wing.
we played like lots of classic Nintendo games. Because for the longest time, I never had beaten Ocarina of Time as a kid, much less Super Mario 64. So there was a lot of Nintendo games that I was stuck on for years as a child, but got to beat with my little brother, which was a really happy memory of mine. Easy path, okay.
Slippy, get back here! Slippy, watch out. Bogey on your tail.
Yeah, but now we're on the easy path. So
Whoa!
the easy path is
Thanks, Fox.
exactly what it sounds like. It's the easier path to take. And not only that, there's also level skips you can do. So there's these areas called warps that are hidden
You're
throughout
entering
some
Corneria
levels
City now.
where it'll skip you through half the game. I'm not going to take the warp, but it's an option if you want to just skip through a bunch of stuff.
Everybody stay alert.
Whoops.
You've got an enemy on your tail. Use the brake.
Whoops. Yeah, so this time I'm going to try to go for at least a little bit of a higher score.
I'll take this one.
So
Get the
the
one
incentive
behind
on going under all these arches and these little, in between these buildings,
Something's wrong with the
it will
G-Defense.
spawn more enemies.
Use the boost to take. I guess I should be thankful.
But like, this is a game that's just infinitely replayable because there's just so many different options that you can do, and trying to beat your high score, doing different techniques. It's just Star Fox 64 is just iconic in that regard, regardless of all the early 2000s memes with do a barrel roll. Like, it's still a really good game that, even though graphically compared to the 3DS version, it's aged quite a lot, but still, it's still a really fun experience that I'd recommend anybody trying, especially now that it's available for the Nintendo Switch. Like, if you've got the Nintendo Online membership, definitely give this game a
Get
try.
ahead.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, the gameplay is still really solid, very
Always
responsive. You just have to really pick your controller properly. Like, I'm not using an N64 controller for this, I'm using a different one.
So this is Star Fox. I'm going to crush you.
No.
Enemy shield analyzed.
My Emperor. I failed.
I killed the boss before Slippy even analyzed its shields. So, yeah. Don't use the N64 one. Yeah, the N64, while it's an iconic controller, it is a piece of shit.
All
So,
aircraft report.
it's just the joystick for me was always the trouble with it.
I was worried for a moment.
You're becoming more like your father. I'm fine. You okay over there, Fox?
Okay, now we're into the Meteo, which also has another track that I really love. I mean, really, all the Star Fox soundtracks are good. It's just picking ones that I like more than others.
Impressive, Star Fox. Now watch out for enemies in the asteroid
Because this is the
field.
theme that they used in Star Fox
let you down,
Adventures for
sir.
all the space missions, is the one that's featured in this level. Personally, I think Andros is a fine and just ruler, and he's totally different. Probably not holding me at laser point to say that for propaganda purposes. Welcome to the stream, by the way. It's good to have you here, but yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with Andros. I mean, he totally didn't cause a bunch of trouble for Corneria when he was a scientist or anything. I mean, he was just a visionary. He wasn't a maniacal.
Don't mess up that R-way.
Scientist. I can't think of anything clever to say.
It's quiet. Too quiet. Be careful, it's a
I
trap.
missed one.
Use bomb plasma.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Like, if I miss something, it's more I'm just playing the game to play it. Plus, I think that's what's fun about me streaming this rather than recording it, is that if I
Here comes a
screw
barrel.
up on something, it happens live and I can't just edit that out. So it's much more organic, more realistic, and I think that's what I prefer. Because you see more of, you see me for who I am rather than a pre-recorded, like, edited for perfection kind of thing.
Whoa! Can you
Star
make
Fox
it?
NES is one of my SNES. It's my most favorite game of all time. This one is good too, but the SNES will always be my favorite. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that
Use the boost to get
I
through.
appreciate Star Fox SNES, but I never got the chance to play it because it was a bit before my time, unfortunately.
Location
I mean, I have the capability to play it now, it's just, I just haven't really touched it before. I love the music in it,
Watch
though.
out, Fox.
Oh yeah, like, I've heard it's really hard. And I'm really glad that they released Star Fox 2 officially. Even though it was only on the, what was it, the SNES Classic or whatever, I'm really happy that they actually finished it officially and released it.
Thanks, Fox.
Because there's been a leak drama on the internet for Star Fox 2 for years. But the one on the SNES is, like, official and it's complete, like, licensed by Nintendo. Played it on my Switch. Yeah, like, I'm really glad that a lot of these games are becoming more accessible. But that's usually, but another reason that I usually get physical-based games is because, whenever, like, a live service like the Nintendo Switch Online goes offline, it's gone for good.
Turn to be thanked.
So or like if you have a hardware issue, you can just switch to new hardware because you have the physical copy of a game. So like I always advocate for getting physical copies and only getting digital copies if you have no other option.
You want it? Take that!
When I was a young girl, I saved up my allowance for ages waiting for Star Fox 2, and I waited and waited and some. Didn't know I had to wait for 20 years. Yeah. And Star Fox 2 looks really fun. It's just a shame that
Hold A to charge your laser.
it wasn't officially released until 2017.
You can also lock on the enemies.
So this right here is what you do to get into the warp. You just have to hit each of these things, but because I'm not doing the warp, I'm going to skip them.
Just shoot it, Fox.
There were a lot of games that were kind of a victim of a console's ending of its life cycle. Star Fox Adventures was originally going to be Dinosaur Point at the N64, but it was at the end of the N64's life cycle.
Enemy field analyzed.
Star Fox 2 was really late in the SNES's life cycle, so I think Nintendo just they canceled it because of it being like people. It would, I guess I think it was like a direct competition thing with the N64, and people wouldn't have bought it. But I mean, people buy things for brand recognition all the time, so it doesn't matter if it's on an older console. People will still buy it.
How about this?
Like, heck, if they released a GameCube title nowadays, I'd still buy it, even if it's like for a console that isn't of the current generation. Yeah, and you get cool cases.
I'm no match for you.
Something that frustrates me, though, is that you don't get, like, booklets anymore. Or, like, because sometimes game booklets would have, like, interesting lore and story, but now it's
Are you
just
gonna
basic
listen to that
safety
monkey?
information and copyright stuff.
You're not as stupid as you look.
And it kind of goes the same way with strategy guides too. You don't see those anymore.
I can't believe I lost to this scum!
Sorry to jet,
Part of the reason
but
for
I'm in a hurry.
Star Fox 2's cancellation is its 3D didn't compare favorably with what was coming out on the new Sony platform at the time, as the graphics war was picking up. Super FX games just not. Yeah, and that's a shame.
All aircraft report.
Like it really is, because
I'm fine, I'm fine.
because a lot of games get,
I've taken a few
unfortunately,
hits, but I'm
because
okay.
of things like that, a lot of game franchises
You worry
either
about your own
die
life.
or they just, a lot of titles get canceled. Like, for example, Dead Space 3. EA was really wanting to go into the cooperative play and changing the face of the game, so they, in a single-player horror game, they wanted to add that feature. But because of that, they also added microtransactions and just a bunch of other stuff that was not necessary because of how Resident Evil 5 was. Because Resident Evil 5 is a good game, and it's fun in co-op, it's just not a very scary horror game. And
Recover our base from the enemy army.
and as of right now, it's just kind of a shame that Star Fox isn't really cared for by Nintendo anymore. You are a white rabbit? Are you Peppy's kid?
Split up.
Nope, completely independent. My name is Eno. I am not Eno Hair, I'm just Eno. Or I know, like, I mean, you can pronounce it either way.
Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side. You're mine.
And technically you can't see it, but I have a... my tail is more fox-like,
There's one down.
so technically I fit in the fox and rabbit category.
Time for a little payback.
Oh, yeah, so I think I actually missed this. So this point, I may be misremembering, but this was the planet I mentioned earlier with Star Fox Assault that was named wrong. So in Star Fox 64, it's named Fortuna, at least in some releases of this game, maybe all of them. But the planet's name is
I see ya,
Fuchina.
Boss. You're dead meat, pal.
But I could just be basing that off of
Einstein,
incomplete
I'm on your
information.
side.
Why are ships coming out of the base?
A bomb has been planted at the base.
Gee, can anyone take care of it?
I don't even care about the
Let you
graphics.
do that, Star Fox.
Andros has ordered us to take you down.
Yeah, like,
Long time no see.
there's reasons that people are still playing things like Gary's Mod
enemy.
and MMOs for that matter, like World of Warcraft and so on. I think it's not about the graphics, it's about the game. Because the game can look like super good, but still falls short in the end. For example, Crysis. Like, Crysis,
Hey, what's the big
good game
idea?
series, but it's not like it's not like
Uncle Leandro!
like absolutely fantastic game of the year quality, but it just looks pretty. But that's just my opinion about it. And I think more specifically Crysis 3, because Crysis 1 and 2 were great. I didn't really like Crysis 3 all that much.
I can't shake this guy! Annoying bug. I am the great Leon!
Falco, stay still.
This guy. Gee, I've been saved by Fox. How... What the heck?
Shoot me down, yeah?
I can't move!
There's one more to go.
Can't be happening!
I'll take care of the bomb now.
Yeah, this planet confused me when it was called Fortuna. I wondered where the dinosaurs were. But I have stopped trying to compare SNES and Star Fox 64. Like in this game, Sector Y is not a cosmic ocean. Yeah. And I think it's really great that you've come into the stream, because like I don't really have a lot of reference to Star Fox SNES. So it's good to have a fan of that game kind of supplement my knowledge of the future Star Fox titles. Because I still appreciate the games and I'd love to play them at some point. It's just they were a bit before my time, so I never got the opportunity to actually try them.
Close call, Fox.
Because the first console I ever owned was the N64, so that's kind of where my nostalgia branches out from other people's. Okay, Fachina is complete. Not going there. I absolutely despise that level. So we're gonna go to Sector X. Because from there I can go to Titania and then
Reports
the satellite
indicate that
place
Andross is
and
working
then
on some secret
Venom.
weapon.
I'll check it out.
See, I don't remember if it was Star Fox 2 or Star Fox, the original Star Fox, but there was like Out of This Dimension or something I remember seeing that was like really trippy. That was the original Star Fox. Yeah, like that's probably one of the few things I know about it is the Out of This Dimension sort of thing. And of course the music from the Corneria stage is pretty iconic.
Have a little fun.
I think it was in Star Fox Zero that lets you play as the SNES R-Wing. Or NES R, I don't remember. Star Fox Zero is another one that I haven't had the opportunity to play because I've never owned a Wii U. And until they port that to the Switch, I have no means of trying it, at least for the time being.
We're getting close to the base.
Oh, hey Kit, good to see ya. I'm doing okay. I just beat Star Fox Assault on stream in 3 hours' time. So I decided with the remainder of the time I have tonight, I'm going to beat Star Fox 64's Hard and Easy Path. Because, I mean, if I was gonna... it was not an intentional speedrun, it's just that the game is just so short and I've played it so many times. Because for a while there,
What the heck is
through,
that?
like, moving to different houses and whatnot,
I'm getting carried.
I lost my N64, so I wasn't able to play
Get off, Fox.
Star Fox 64 anymore. So for a while there, I just had my GameCube, and I played Star Fox Adventure, Star Fox Assault, and that was really my only means of having that Star Fox experience again, which is
I'll attack from the outside.
tragic, but I mean, I may do.
Interceptor system dead ahead.
But it made me, like, really familiar with a lot of the levels in those games. Because a lot of summers when I had nothing better to do, I just, because I didn't have internet access at the time, I would just play those levels over and over and just try to get the high score. Especially in Star Fox Adventures.
Where is the secret weapon?
Why did you say that so robotic?
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
BRB
I'm going ahead.
makes
Back
some
me
potato
up,
with
Fox.
his mac and cheese. Yep, by all means, Dio.
Sorry, guys.
Ah, I looked away for 1 second, then Peppy freaking ate it. Your day is hectic. Well, hopefully this makes it better. Even though Peppy really bite the dust there. Or bit the dust. But when after scoring the original SNES game, I guess technically I'm tied with many others for the world record, having got the max
What
score
the
on it.
heck? Fox, look behind
Still, that's a really good accomplishment. Like, actually, well, it's a great... I'm trying to think of a better word than good and great. It's a fantastic accomplishment because,
So this is the secret weapon.
like,
Destroy. Destroy.
I technically had the world record in Star Fox Adventures back when I was younger, but that was probably like...
Terminate all enemies.
That was in the mid-2000s, so nowadays the record's probably much different.
Enemies.
And because I didn't have internet access at the time, I only was able to verify that through like Google searches at school, so it was never sent into any official record place. But for a time, at least I believe I had a record on some of the levels in Star Fox Adventures.
What's he saying?
Yippee! You did it!
I have a crazy world record story for you. Yeah, look,
Huh?
by all means.
What?
The view is clear. Destroy. Destroy.
Destroy what? He's crazy.
I must be complete.
So basically what would happen there is if you take too long in that boss battle, Slippy comes in to try to save you. And much like Falco in Star Fox Assault, where earlier in the stream he completely died with that minefield, Slippy would get smacked away and then they would get sent to Titania.
In the docking bay.
But if you kill them fast enough, you don't have to do that. But I'm probably going to go to Titania
Getting
anyway.
better, Fox.
Yeah, because I've already done Macbeth, so I'm just going to go straight to Titania. But it breaks the continuity a little bit because Slippy's supposed to have crash-landed here, but...
What are you doing? It's too dangerous there.
I can't leave Slippy hanging.
Good luck.
Funnily enough, I just went to see Macbeth. Interesting.
Deploy the Landmaster.
I still am angry that the boss of the Macbeth level is called the Mechbeth.
Life form indicated at 12 o'clock. A magnetic storm. We'll search here. I think you look better in a tank.
Why don't you come down here, Falco?
I'll pass, Fox.
Oh, damn it.
He can sure be a pain in the neck. Enemy fighters coming at you, Fox.
Okay, I had to remember which one was the hover. Because I'm not using a traditional N64 controller. That's a mine! Alright, I will read your world record story in just a moment. Ah, no. Yeah, I'll probably get through this level and then I'll read it on stream. Because I want to devote my full attention to it.
These guys just keep
Because I want to be as respectful as possible.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies. Shoot! He's right behind you.
So, this is the planet that comic that I mentioned earlier takes place in that bridges the gap between 64
Take this guy.
and Falco.
I guess you're good for something.
So this is the planet where, ironically enough, Falco ends up leading the Star Fox team. So in that comic, basically there's a rogue group of Cornerians that essentially betrayed the Cornerian army for Andross and attempted to use cloning technology to revive him. So Star Fox team gets sent here. Fox ends up. There's a miscommunication. Fox ends up shooting at Falco, thinking he betrayed them, and Falco is really hurt by it, and that's why he's not part of the team. So that's the Spark Notes version, or Cliff Notes, whatever.
Flippy!
I knew you'd come help me.
Let me get a piece of that action, Fox.
I made it! I'll analyze right away. Data analysis complete. Here it comes.
Then I'm just gonna spam the button until I hit it. Whoa. Done like dinner. It would have been hilarious if right after Slippy escaped, you blasted and shot him down. That would have been phenomenal. I would have laughed. Okay, so Stunt Race FX, I rented the game from the video store. I did the radio control 3-stage with total fluke. I got bumped into 3 enemy vehicles one after right at the other. Stage started and cleared in about 3.74 seconds. This is before digital cameras were a thing. The cartridge was returned to the video store and I never saw it again. That time far beats even today's world record by a huge amount, but I have absolutely no proof Venom was never able to reproduce it. See, that's actually really cool. It's always really cool to have a story like that where, like, it's word of mouth, and it, especially a classic story like that where it's predates like a lot of the modern things that we take for granted, like digital cameras and so on. Because back then, of course, a lot of things were word of mouth. So if you wanted to know, like, what games were good, you had to go, like, look at a magazine or. But yeah, still, that's really cool. It's just it's trouble to verify that sort of stuff nowadays, because, or back when I did my high score, I didn't have access to the internet at the time, so I could only
I'm on it.
verify it by looking at my score and comparing it to what I could find in a Google search at school. And even then, those scores may have not have been updated.
Okay, guys, destroy all barriers.
Yeah, see, wouldn't it be a twist of fate if, like, one day, like, you're just looking at that old, looking for an old copy of it, and then you find the one that you had?
Aim for the 6 energy towers.
I mean, stranger things have happened.
Hey, what's the big idea?
I'll cover you, Fox.
You're not getting away that easy. Your carcass is mine.
Ouch. So, this level, I always looked at the lights. When you first start the level, you kind of see, like, a overview of this satellite station thing. And I always thought that it kind of looked like a Christmas tree with the lights and everything.
Looks like we've got company.
Yeah, because, like, you never know, because, one of, like, for my mom, I had, gotten a, I found on eBay a sweater that she had worn when she was a kid back in the 1980s.
Gee, I've been saved by Fox. How swell. Move it.
And for
Bob,
context, I'm
he's right
26,
behind you.
so if you're curious about my age.
Good. I see the enemy.
So
going.
technically in 3 months I turned 27, so almost 27.
Boss, get this guy off me.
Scratch one boat. I won't let you get away from me.
Slippy, help me help you.
Boss, get this guy off me.
What's the big idea, boss?
I just rescued you from Titania and you're already getting chased again.
Destroy the satellite core. I won't let you get away from me. There's one down. Location confirmed.
I think that might just be annoying. Yeah. Oh, if it's a bomb, I can use it.
Boss, get
Slippy,
this
I
guy off
literally
me.
just rescued you. You've got to be kidding me.
Whew, that was too close. Hey, what's the big idea?
One more.
Boss, get this guy off
3
me.
times in a row, Slippy. Are you that helpless? I do wonder what happened to the cartridge, but man, why did I have to do that on a rental cart? Why couldn't this look happen when I later got my own cartridge? Yeah. I miss the days where you could just go and rent games like that and you didn't have to worry about downloading or installing anything. Because nowadays, if you go rent a game, you've got to install it.
Venom, here we
Um,
come.
Because even like with the PS3 and Xbox 360 era, yeah, you'd have updates, but you could literally just put the disc in and play. But nowadays, you have to actually install the game to actually play it. And I miss those days where you could just go rent a physical disc or cartridge or what have you and just be able to play it right then and there without having to worry about patches or
Don't be
updates.
back. We're not done yet. Time to show the monkeys who.
So I remember, I remember going to Blockbuster quite a bit when I was younger.
These guys just keep coming. Don't go dying on me. Break us out.
Of course, even if I did have the cartridge, there's
You'll be sorry,
a good
Boss.
chance it wouldn't be. A good chance it wouldn't be accepted even if I submitted it. This was back in the early '90s. We didn't have a means of recording our gameplay, but I wasn't trying to set records. Yeah. Plus, when I think about it, they would. The verification process would be tricky because
I'll take the left. I've got the right.
people would be like, "Oh, well, how do you know this was you?" It's like, well, how do we know this isn't a glitch? Because they're really strict about that sort of thing nowadays. Because, like, if you're a new player, for example, that submits a speed run on a lot of these different world record sites to get onto the leaderboard, if you're a new person who does like a really good record, they usually deny it, or at least they put it under a really strict and thorough review. Which is understandable because a lot of people do fake world records.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
I'm going left.
Oh no, you're fine, Sarah.
Whoa! Can you make it?
But still, I mean, when it comes to games, I just really wish that I miss that simplicity of just being able to rent something and play it just right out of the box. No setup required, no day one patches.
Hey, Einstein.
It's kind of why I've been playing a lot of older games on stream and just in general, just because it's just more fun to do that than to play a lot of newer titles that are broken the moment they release, and unplayable on PC.
That temple gives me the creeps.
I think the two newest games that I've played recently were Dead Space Remake and then Jedi Fallen Order. Like, those are the two newest games that I've played. I guess Halo Infinite technically, but I'm more speaking of games that I played like post 2020. Because while Jedi Fallen Order came out in, I think, 2019, I played it in 2021. And even though Dead Space Remake is technically a new game, it's still really good. But it's also a remake of a title from 2008, so, I mean, unless you completely change everything about it, there's really not a lot you can screw up with it. But, I mean, EA Motive Team, like, delivered and then some. And I will, like, any chance I get, I will praise the Dead Space franchise, with the exception of 3.
Never give up. Trust your instincts.
And Star Fox, for that matter. But just kind of repeating what I said earlier, Star Fox is the one game franchise I have a substantial merch collection of. The pride of my collection is the first 4 figures Arwing that I have, which was a lot more money than I care to admit that I spent on that. But I have, let's see, the Star Fox Adventures bobblehead, all but one of the World Nintendo figures, all the amiibos, a complete in-box copy. What's going on with my screen there? A complete in-box copy of the Japanese Star Fox 64, another separate cartridge for the Japanese version, and then the Racing Dream Star Fox 64 race car, and then also the Starlink Arwing. Our QA department would not allow us to do that with the product, but in video games it's common. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on screen right now. I'm probably going to have to deal with that, but it's definitely going to get annoying. I think it's just probably a factor of the upscale. It's a fun memory. I love Stunt Race FX so much, Jim Girl, but I almost in tears when Yeah, I'd love to... Yeah, Falco probably is having a disco party. Like, I'd love to try it out, that game when I get the opportunity. I'm always, like, looking to play titles that I missed out on, especially when they're pre-N64, because just 3 years ago I played Majora's Mask for the first time, because I wanted it so much as a kid, but I never got the opportunity to play it. But I tell you what, Andross scared the hell out of me when I was little. Because the music is just so menacing, you've got that puke green background. Okay, now I can read the chat. Day 1 patches are hard for me to swallow. I come from software department. Releasing product doesn't work unless you download Day 1 fix. It would be a badge of shame for us. Sunray FX is on Switch Online. Super FX shipped something inspired me to get into it. Oh, cool! Yeah, I have Switch Online, so I'd be able to play it if I put up my Switch, because it's hooked up at the moment, but I haven't really played it much lately. Like, for example, I still have Legends Arceus and Shining Pearl that I haven't touched, really.
Okay, I'll admit it. You did good, Fox.
I tell you what, though, in VR chat, there is a Star Fox Arwing world called, it's like Fox Combat, I think it's called. And you can play, you can get into VR and actually pilot the real Arwing. with power-ups and everything. It is so cool, but I wish there was more of it, and I'm just so sad that the person who made that map hasn't done anything more with it. But just like stereotypically listening to Danger Zone while flying an R-Wing is just, it's a ride. It is so fun. And just, not to mention there's a lot of different levels from Star Fox 64 and Star Fox Adventures that are ported over into VR chat, as well as Assault. It's just, VR has really like changed the game for me when it comes to a lot of these older titles, because I get to not only play it, but also share it like virtually with people in that space. Because one of the things that I've been doing on my Discord server is going into these worlds and taking photos as my character, and kind of doing that as a means of celebrating the fact, like, oh, I beat the game finally, everybody. And I also apologize for that consistent flickering on the screen. I don't know what's causing that. I think it's just an issue with the upscaling. Like, it doesn't like that for some reason. I wish I was around to see the advancements like you did. My father was the one to teach me anything. Yeah, I was born in 1996. But I was raised on 70s, 80s, and 90s culture, so I'm pretty well-rounded in terms of the things that I'm into. So, for example, I'm into a lot of classic rock music. I'm into a lot of these older shows and cartoons and so forth. So I'm pretty well-rounded, and I try to kind of keep myself updated and get into different interests, because like I have a basic understanding of some sports as well, because I have a lot of friends who have a lot of different interests, so I want to kind of at least have some sort of talking points with everybody, because I want to be that friend that can really just be friendly with everyone. Okay, the flickering is gone, thank goodness. This scene right here reminds me of in A New Hope, the original version. There were cardboard cutouts of people to compensate for the lack of extras.
We are in your debt. I would be honored to
there's
have
Rick
you
May.
as part of the Cornerian.
Oh no, sir. We prefer doing things our own way.
Great Fox is ready to go.
It's
About a
time
year
for
ago, I
us to
took
go
up an
now.
interest that has since grown more than I ever expected to. Yeah, for me, like, if anybody who hasn't tried VR gets the opportunity to, I highly recommend it, because a lot of people think it's niche, and at first I did, but once I tried it for the first time, I'm like, wow, this is not this Virtual Boy 3D glasses from the 2000s BS. Like, this is, like, legit. And full body tracking just adds a new level of immersion to it, and just being able to be in these game worlds as physically as you can is just an incredible experience, and I'm just really happy that I'm at a time where I can witness this technology. Because one of my favorite things to do in VR chat is just to share all of these childhood games and experiences with these worlds that have been ported over, and it's just awesome. And sharing these games on stream too. Like, Star Fox is a series that's really near and dear to my heart, and the music kind of fits with this like heartfelt like conversation about childhood, but like being one of the first games that I was ever able to play and actually somewhat do good at next to Mario 64 is just, I'm really glad I get to share it with everybody, and I'm glad I got to share it with all of you in chat today with Assault and also 64. Oh no, you're fine, Dio. I'm probably actually gonna cook after I get off stream too. A little late for cooking, but a beat that's gonna expire, so I need to go cook that. So the reason that Andross appears on screen is when you do the easy path, it implies that he's still alive. So that's why you do the hard path, because if you do the hard path, it actually does kill him. Okay, that's not my best, but the intention was for me to play it on stream. I wasn't going for a score run. I just wanted to share the experience with everybody. Plus, it was kind of like a last-minute decision to just play Star Fox 64 after Assault, just so I can kind of get it out of the way. Because now that I've finished the main 3 that I was kind of going for, I can move on to other games too. My friend in Japan wanted to see the area I live in, so I went out and took photos for him. I wanted to show them Spirit Lake. Oh! An area that was destroyed by the 1980 Mount St. Helens eruption. I posted the photos on my Twitter for them. They noticed my grappling hook in some of the photos and got interested in it and wanted to see it more. For a year now, I've been going hiking every Sunday and showing them the area and climbing. That's fascinating, actually. So, fun fact about me that not a lot of people know, this is the first time I've said this, I actually, as a weird hobby, I like to look at volcanology and different, like, volcanic eruptions, like, for example, I was watching videos on the Tonga eruption from 2022 a few days ago, and then looked up a documentary on the Krakatoa eruption, but Mount St. Helens was one that I was looking into because I wanted to get one of my friends a piece, like a little vial of ash from that eruption, because he said he had one, but he lost it years ago. But Mount St. Helens is a place I really want to visit because of the history behind that eruption and just all the other stuff around it. Yeah, probably the only interesting place I've really been in recent time was Washington, D.C. back in August. I'd still love to see a lot of the country. It's just, right now I'm kind of in a difficult job situation where I'm not able to travel freely and do stuff like that, but I'm hoping that as time goes on I'll be able to get more opportunities in the future, because as it stands right now I'm kind of stuck at a really bad morning job that kind of exploits me for a lot of the skill sets that I have. But enough about me. My favorite theme was in October. I did what I called haunted hiking. I'm to provide at least. Ooh, that's cool.
This is one steep bill, but it's worth it.
Yeah, with that amount of money, like, that's not a lot of units that were destroyed, but with that amount of money, it makes me wonder how they blew all of that cash in between Star Fox 64 and Adventures. Okay, but with that being said, though, it is unfortunately time for me to end the stream. I intended to stream only 4 hours. I ended up streaming 5. Okay, now I see the... I'm really glad that I saw that notification this time, because for some reason it wasn't working. But welcome to my realm, Cranberry Foe. Sorry, my reading comprehension is about that of a first grader. Sometimes I'm very dyslexic, but thank you for coming to the stream. It was really nice chatting with you about Star Fox and nostalgia and stuff, because I don't really have a lot of frame of reference when it comes to the NES era and NES era. So it's really cool to be able to talk to a Star Fox fan who was able to experience those older titles, because I don't have a lot of reference points to go to when it comes to that. Okay, Cranberry. But yeah, again, I really appreciate you coming in the stream, and I really appreciate everybody who came into the stream today. It was a lot of fun playing Star Fox Assault, beating that in 3 hours, then beating Star Fox 64, both the hard and easy path. It was a hell of a stream today, and I'm really happy I got to do it. So next stream will be in 3 days. As per usual, I'm going to move back to Skies of Arcadia and continue playing that. Because of my work schedule is going to be a bit different going from here on out, I may have to do shorter streams on some days. But in the next 3 days, Skies of Arcadia is going to be the next stream, and then on my alternating day, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So stay tuned for that. But again, I really appreciate everybody for coming out and hanging out with me, today. You're always welcome in my realm. And I will see you all in the next stream of Skies of Arcadia Legends.